the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Watson's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the numbers for Waddle in last week's ball game. 3 catches, 52 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
2nd and 1. And a completion to Wilson. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First carry here for Ken Walker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers, and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Watson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Gonna look deep for Wilson, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On play action, they'll throw. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Dances by him. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And that is caught, but he will. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it. For the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, You're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the option, here's Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Watson off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 14. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Bellinger. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them. Both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off the option, here's Etienne. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Throw right side, Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Cook up the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Blake Gilligan on the punt here as he'll send this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Watson going to keep it again. Oh, look at the juke. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Draw play, ETN.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started.
Watson on first down. And a little floater there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Watson now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
ETN up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson
going right back to Wilson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so.
understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. 5 yards remain on second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the Jaguars as that one's gone to halftime. A touchdown run for James Conner. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Second and 3. He completes this to Walker.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets it to Burks again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw here.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Jalen Waddle.
51 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Watson. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, Cook. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
a gain of 3 yards. That's another Bears first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Running left, Davis Price.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Josh Haskell on the stop. No gain on the play. It's 3rd
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd
coming short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Ooh, with a juke. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Onto the field now come the Bears. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He completes it to Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
On 1st down, Watson. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Watson's pass complete to Travis Etienne. A 7-yard pickup.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Evans has it left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Watson's pass intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over first.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On the give, it's Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
We stand right now in the fourth quarter. This one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Watson.
And he'll just get rid of it. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. This is caught by Evans. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. To the air yet again. Watson. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's brought in by Wilson. Touchdown, Chicago! Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Falcons offense set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
they can't score.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Down inside the 10.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jamison Williams,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here's Watson.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. They run again with Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.